Hello, everybody. It's been a while. So, in one of my disability groups, we had a special speaker come and talk about service animals, and it brought up something that I wanted to talk about because, I do want to get a service animal at some point, but it's not just for my physical disability. I think it would also be really beneficial for my autism and for my social anxiety. And that's what I wanted to talk about, was how animals can help with anxiety or people on the spectrum. I've done a lot of research on how autism can be affected by animals and pets in particular. Like kids on the spectrum who have pets at home, how they're behaved compared to kids that don't have pets in the home. And you see kids who are autistic and get around animals, they just tend to feel more relaxed and they don't have so many tantrums, and I guess you would say they're behaving more. And I guess a lot of that is because animals aren't tied to the same social expectations that humans are. So we don't really care about how we look in front of animals. We don't worry about if we say the wrong thing because they're animals. They don't understand us, and they certainly don't care about acting a certain way in front of us. So it just makes us feel more at ease being around animals. Also, they don't have as many facial expressions as humans do. Most animals can really only do maybe 4 or 5 different facial expressions, whereas humans have hundreds that can mean subtle different things. And for an autistic person, that can be really hard to understand what the differences mean, as in the way a person says a certain phrase means something different compared to if they said the exact same phrase but in a different way with a different expression. That's just really confusing to autistic people. And because animals can't really do that, they just have one face for if they're happy or if they're angry or if they're feeling sad or something. So you really just have to look at more physical manifestations that animals do, like if a dog is happy, they'll wag their tail, and if they're scared, then they'll have their tail tucked between their legs. That kind of thing. That's much easier for people on the spectrum to understand than facial expressions. On the anxiety front, animals are special in that, well, like what we talked about with them not having any understanding of social conventions or anything, and just relieving some of that pressure off of people while at the same time providing companionship is something that's really helpful for people with anxiety. But also, some animals are able to sense your emotions. I know horses in particular are very tuned to what other people are feeling, because them being prey animals, they need to know if someone else is scared, because if someone else is scared, then they probably should be too. So that's helpful, because you really have to focus on your emotions and bring them down to like a neutral state in order for the animals not to be acting all crazy, thinking something bad's gonna happen. But also, it's kind of hard to be worrying about your problems when there's an animal in front of you that has different wants and needs. So you kind of have to focus on them, and you can't really think about yourself at the same time. So that was my attempt at explaining why animals can be helpful for people with autism or anxiety. Maybe I'll make another video at some point talking about why I want a service animal for my disability and how I think it could help me personally, but I wanted this video to be more focused on how animals can help people who are on the neurodivergent spectrum, and not just people who have physical disabilities. Anyway, I hope you understood my roundabout explanation, and hopefully I'll see you again in another video soon.